Welcome back to the second video, which is nutrition for muscle gain. Now, annoyingly, I've realised I have spelt nutrition wrong on every single one of these slides, but we're just going to crack on and move on because, yeah, it's going to take too long for me to go through all of them again. So, nutrition for muscle gain. This is probably the most important, well, not important one, but this is probably the one that there is a massive amount of misinformation on and something that you're probably going to want to learn the most about. So, you're going to get all these slides, so don't worry about me going through them too quickly. You can go back and go through everything at your own leisure. So, macronutrients and their goals. So, your macronutrients are protein, carbohydrates, and fats. They are your three essential macronutrients. And it is essential to look at macronutrients as well as calories when it comes to building muscle, especially when we're trying to build muscle and lose fat at the same time. We need to be looking at macronutrients as well as your calories. Okay, so first of all, protein is essential for muscle repair and growth. As a rule of thumb, this isn't this isn't something that is like a general rule, but I think just for yourselves, just to get you going, 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilo of body weight is just a rough guide for something that you can use to get going. This can vary and will change depending on your body structure, body fat composition, how much body fat you have in your body, how much muscle you have in your body. So that would actually change depending on those factors. But as a rule of thumb, use that initially. Carbohydrates provide energy for workouts. So you need to include complex carbs, which are like whole grains, things like oats, whole grain oats, bagels, whole grain wraps, whole grain pittas, fruits, vegetables. We can have simplex carbs as well, which are more fast absorbing, so your higher sugar stuff. But we tend to have those at certain times. And we're going to talk about nutrient timing further down in this slide as well. So fats, again, fats are something that tends to get neglected, and we think that we're going to have high fat. It means that we're going to put more fat on, and we tend to just go really, really minimal fat. You need to have fat in your diet because it's good for hormone production and overall health. Okay, so we need healthy fats from sources like nuts, seeds, avocados, egg yolks are obviously good fats. Even dairy, even though a lot of us are lactose intolerant, dairy is a good essential fat as well. Things like milk. This one, I'm not going to go into the calculations or the example because it's going to take too much time for me. However, this is something that I think you should screenshot and then go back to after this. So this is what you probably have come for. So I would screenshot it and save this below. Calorie-wise, this is a calculation to work out your baseline calories and to find your starting point. This is a bit long-winded. All right. So you need to determine your total daily energy expenditure, which is TDEE. Okay, and then you need to work out your BMR calories burned. So you've got that calculation there up above. That is the general calculation. And then you need to multiply your basal metabolic rate by any of these factors. Okay, so once you've looked at that and once you've done that, then you're going to have your calories, your baseline calories, and what you can go off from your baseline calories. If you're struggling with that, let me know. Like I said, this is stuff that I do all for you on my programming, but this is something just to get you going and just to get the ball rolling for you. So how much should I be eating? So to gain muscle, you need to be consuming more calories than you burn. So a common recommendation, again, this is not a foolproof way of doing it, is to add onto your BMR 250 to 300 calories per day. All right, so this is going to be something you can add on without gaining an excessive amount of fat. Body recomposition, something that is a little bit more complicated, and I tend to go through in my programming with people in a lot more detail, and that's what we tend to focus on is body recomp. But body recomposition is the process of simultaneously building muscle and losing body fat. So achieving body composition requires a combination of strategic nutrition, training, and recovery. And like I said, this comes down to the macronutrients and how much protein, how much carbs, how much fats you should be having. Okay, to do this, like I said, it is a bit more complicated, but I'm going to give you a general sort of consensus to go off. So to lose fat whilst preserving muscle, you need to be either in a slight calorie deficit of 10 to 20% or below or slightly below your maintenance calories. You can also do this by being on your maintenance calories, and you might find success being on your maintenance calories, but then you've got to focus, like I said, on the macronutrients of how much protein, how much carbs, and how much fats you should be having. Okay. Nutrients and meal timings. So, what to eat? Post-workout nutrition. So this is, sorry, pre-workout nutrition, skipping ahead. Pre-workout nutrition. So pre-workout nutrition, you need to be having a little bit of protein before. Okay, so 20 to 30 grams of protein is enough. Things like chicken, fish, eggs, Greek yogurts, or even a protein shake for convenience. Carbohydrates, okay, carbs are going to provide you the energy for your workout, and they're going to fuel your workouts as well and help with the repair of your muscles. So you need to include around 30 to 50 grams of complex carbohydrates, okay, such as oatmeal, whole grains, fruits, or vegetables. Fats are essential, but you need to be keeping them to a minimal before your workout because they take a lot longer to digest. And another point as well when it comes to carbohydrates, if you are, I'd say, about 90 minutes before your workout, you can be having your more complex carbs. So that is what we just spoke about: whole grains, oatmeal, basically porridge, fruits, vegetables. And if you're going to be having something a little bit closer to your workout, you want to be having something that is more of your more on the fruit side, more of your sort of higher sugar stuff. So you want to be looking at maybe like a lot of people have like a Rice Krispies bar beforehand. I tend to have a Nutrigrain bar because it's quite easy digestible. Things that are closer to the workout, you want to be able to digest them nice and quick. Okay, so going into timings, you want to aim to eat a balanced meal of protein and carbohydrates 2 to 3 hours before your workout. If you're looking to aim and eat closer, so 30 to 60 minutes, like I said, you want to be opting for an easily digestible protein and carbs, like I said, such as a protein shake or a banana, something that is quite easily digestible and you're going to get through your system quick, and it's going to give you that little bit of a burst of energy before you train. Post-workout nutrition. So post-workout, again, protein is an essential, and you want to be consuming 20 to 40 grams of protein post-workout. Again, this can be lean meats, fish, eggs, dairy products, protein shakes. Simple, okay? Carbohydrates, you want to be aiming to replenish those carbohydrates that you have just broken down. 30 to 60 grams of carbohydrates to replenish those glycogen stores. Glycogen is something that is within your muscles, okay? And we break that down when we train. So you want to replenish those glycogen stores that we have just broken down and depleted in your training session or your strength training session. Again, you want to be choosing fast-acting carbs. So you want to go for things like white rice, sweet potatoes, fruits, or some sort of a recovery drink. Some people have Huel drinks. Just be careful on some of those; they can be really high in sugar. Okay, and fats, you want to have a small amount of fats post workout. Okay, so which is going to help with your hormone production. Like I said before, things like nuts, seeds, avocados. Okay, so consume your protein workout meal or snack. 30 to 30 minutes to 2 hours sort of after exercising to sort of maximize your recovery and your muscle growth. Okay. Okay, now that is nutrition. I could go into nutrition probably for 30, 60 minutes, probably more than that, 2, 3 hours. I'm trying to keep things nice and simple. All right. If you need any more help or you want any more advice, just drop me an email. I can't go over everything because these videos are going to be 20 minutes long, but this is the basics and something that you can roughly base off and get the ball rolling for yourself. And hopefully that has helped sort of broaden your knowledge and enlightened a few things as well, and sort of maybe corrected any misinformation that you've been told. So look forward to seeing you on the next video, which is all about effective training.